Folks, what's going on? HeirofCarthage here, and the Great Salt Dragon welcomes you back to the grand land of Cathay, where we are busy trying to continue not only to secure every province within Grand Cathay, but we are now starting to move without Grand Cathay, or outside of, within, without. You all know what I mean, I hope. Maybe you don't.
Ready to defend.
In any case, here we are. So yeah, this army is replenishing very slowly, and that is due to the fact that we basically, it's such a weird thing, right? If you go into an encamped stance in this territory, you don't suffer the same penalty that you do now sitting in your own province because it applies the uninhabitable thing. But I mean, I knew that when taking this, so I didn't expect this to be easy. I could move out here potentially and replenish faster. However, if there's a large army near the Foundry of Bone, could end up being very bad for me. I'm gonna like just sneak just past the line. See that we actually replenish faster outside the settlement. So I'm gonna go ahead and let Miao Ying replenish there. We're gonna have to keep an eye on the Red Fortress though, because it's gonna rebel rather quickly, just because it's not really enjoying things right now. I'm gonna take this army and actually swing behind the gate and over to the Turtle Gate and try and threaten those two armies. We just sacked the Dragon's Crossroad on the last episode, which, you know, personally, if I'm being honest, is kind of funny. They deserved it. Let's see, what do we get here? Control and adjacent provinces, replenishment rate, and local region. We've got a lot of buildings that need to be built. I also need to confederate with the Burning Wind nomads. So let's go ahead and do the confederation real quick. I was very proud of my harmony and balance there, and now we're going to lose it. So yeah. Also bear in mind that I'm not within the wall, so my upkeep is taking a little bit more of a hit right now than it had been. We're replenishing the army that got defeated. It has a new lord now. It's got a new hero now. Still got that hero ready to move in. So let's go ahead and confederate here. And let's propose the offer. That's gonna stop any confederation for quite a few turns. I don't remember exactly what. Okay, so it's 5 turns. We are still in the positive despite having multiple new armies from our allies. It threw off the Yang balance by quite a bit. Or it threw the balance into a Yang heavy by quite a bit, I should say. If I tear this one down, that takes us from 4 to 3. Tear this one down, that takes it from 3 to 2. And then flip those both over to yen. That would pretty much balance it. It'd be close, but that's not exactly how I want to do it. I'm going to go ahead and tear both of these down. This building doesn't belong there. That building doesn't belong there. And I'm going to go ahead and put a yen, or no, let's take a cinnabar mining pit. Then let's throw a yen building in here. The income. Yencome? Oh. Oh. No one's safe. No one's safe. Alright, that should hopefully get our balance back close here on the next turn. We'll see. But we've confederated them. Let's decide what we want to keep from their armies. I love crane gunners. We're going to keep those. We've got a fair number of Shade Warriors with halberds, which I also like quite a bit. And honestly, going up against a faction like the Vampires, I mean, the shields are not going to be particularly useful against them. Could be good against Greenskins. Looks like our Ogre friends are getting beat up again. So maybe we should go face the Greenskins. I haven't heard much from the Vampires. But if we were going to take an army against the Vampires, and I do need to, the crane guns would be excellent. The halberds would be excellent, because they're armor piercing and the vampire monsters and stuff would not do well against them. If I combine these two armies, which I want to. Let's see, yeah, there's a Lord Magistrate. So we want to keep this Lord right here. Let's disband this one. That'll save me a little bit. Whoa. Why did my upkeep go? Oh, and that threw us even more. Okay, so it's like, why did my cost go up there? It's because of what happened on the balance. That'll fix itself a little bit here.
Above all. Lord Magistrate.
All right, let's let the harmony get some shifting and fixing. We're gonna need more yen than what I had lined up there, so this would be a good opportunity to throw some yen. here, and I'm gonna go ahead and get the trade goods there.
This harmony threatens our order.
Need to build up Wing Chang there. Oh, I don't want to go too far in here. Actually, let's... I wish I hadn't disbanded, because now it's going to cost me... Well, to be fair, though, as soon as I move this army back in the gate, we'll be fine. All right, let's go ahead and end this turn before I make things worse. All right. This thing should be slightly better balanced by the end of the next turn, regardless. We got an imminent rebellion, and this is because of the loss of control here, but I have an army nearby, so it's really not going to matter. We'll get some extra cash off of it. Got some more commandments available. This one's going to be at the Bamboo Crossing. All these are income buildings. I don't really want to lose the income buildings. I think I'll just work on the balance here from there. Let's end the turn. The balance should get better on the next turn. So let's take a look at it on the next turn to see where we're at. And then we'll move that army into the gate, which will save us some upkeep. I think we can correct this pretty quickly. We'll combine those two armies. I'll disband one of the lords. I need to disband the Yen Lord, though, which is only going to make the unbalance kind of come back hard again. So we'll still have some work to do, but we'll get it taken care of. We could just replace the one Yang Lord with a Yin, which I think we have. Yeah, we'll do that too. All right, so that helped the balance to some extent. We're still losing a little bit, but the harmony is much closer now, at only 3 on the Yang side. This army was replenishing, but there's a rather large Kurgan warband, and many more have spawned. This is because of a result of the Great Bastion threat being very high.
The north must be defended.
This is not ideal for me, because I really can't get past these guys to get back into my gate. So I'm going to have to fall back to the Red Fortress, which is very non-ideal. We could get trapped out here.
Warden of the Great
So that leaves me with only the one army to defend the gate at the moment. So again, I'm not actually a huge fan of what I just managed to do there. Let's go ahead and get rid of this army. There we go. Be gone, you filthy vampire scum. Take a little bit of cash there as we make up for some of the money we're lost. Okay, let's get busy here. So let's take this army and this one and combine the... Oh, hold on.
Be on guard.
Okay, put both those into a standard stance. Let's combine these two armies. Let's make a new army out of it. So we want these halberds. Probably a couple of the horses. Definitely want the crane gunners. And let's send the peasants this way. The cannons we probably want to keep, but we're still at 25 units. Okay, get rid of these guys. These. So that would give me... What do we got? It'd give me a pretty solid army. 4 crossbows, 3 cranes, 2 cannons, 6 halberds, and 4 horse units to help protect the back of my line. Yeah, I mean, that would be pretty solid. That'd be pretty solid.
City commander.
Alright, this is going to hurt my balance quite a bit temporarily, I think. But we can save a lot of upkeep by disbanding this force that we don't need.
I must make
Alright, so that will help. Disband there, but then bam, that's going to hurt our balance, which is also going to hurt our income. But now we should be able to come in here and replace this lord with a yen version, which we do have at a tier 4 here, and it's actually pretty nice there, weapon specialist. So let's do that.
I shall restore harmony.
Boom! Look at that, folks. The heir of balance. Okay, no, I probably got a little bit lucky. So this army's not amazing. It'd probably be better if we had like some Terracotta Sentinel in here to help as well. But, I mean, we certainly have some range killing power, some massive range killing power, actually. So it'd still be fun. I think we take this army and try and move forward with it. Let's do Inspiring Presence and Sure Aim. I like buffing the
A tool
crossbows.
worthy of a dragon.
They do a lot of work. So, alright, that army is ready for action. Our income is stabilized. Our balance is restored. However, we do have a huge threat to the Great Bastion at the moment. So that'll be interesting. We get the Village of the Tigermen here. We definitely want our trade goods back. So we want all the trade goods we can get. We want some defense. What am I researching? So I remember my tech and the other one were going to offset each other. I need to put a building in here, though, for some income. I like the yen income building better, so let's go ahead and put it. It's going to throw us off balance. But it's kind of the price we're going to have to pay at the moment. Go ahead and throw some buildings in there. We've got decent income, so we should be safe. The Iron Dragon's army is good to go. I don't think we can declare war on these guys yet.
Pure folly.
You're pure folly. Declare war. Yeah, we got 5 turns before we can put a war down on those guys. Okay. Ooh, what is this? Did the Skaven get in here? Interesting. Well...
Get out of my mind.
Should I maybe go ahead and take those settlements and try and hand them? Is this Skaven? Because Clan Rictus was here earlier. This is Skaven, I think. Let's take a look. Skaven corruption. It's Skaven. We have Skaven on our borders. Oh boy. You all know how much I like the Skaven.
Fire and metal.
Is this army well suited for Skaven? Not really. The crossbows would be better against Skaven, but it could probably get the job done. What is the situation with Clan Rictus? So Clan Rictus is at war with some of our enemies, which is nice, but they're also the ones who were allowing the Puppets of Misrule and potentially the Heralds of the Tempest to come through their land. So that's also good to know. They're at war with the Greenskins, which is good. My war with them wouldn't change that, but they're also at war with other people who could be potential good allies, like Karazakarak and the Knights of Calador. Getting extra units from them, like via an outpost, would be pretty slick, or trade. So I do think I'm going to probably go ahead and take the fight to Clan Rictus.
Lord of the Jade Swan. A voice calls.
If we desire success in this campaign, then we have to take the fight to them eventually anyway. And we've had a steady flow of Village's faction through that area that we need to put a stop to.
Celestial ancestors.
Okay, the Tower of Eshung should be getting a nice control balance right now as well.
I concur.
Goes to -3, of course, when we pull out of there. We can build a building there to help with control, though, and probably stabilize it before it's going to rebel. I don't want to lose these areas down here, but at the same time, like, I can't afford to just leave people sitting all over the map. These armies are going to be needed elsewhere. Oh, there's an army down here I don't need.
Shugengan Lord reporting.
Oh, this is going to throw off my yin-yang balance, though. Rather than throw off the balance by disbanding that units, I could send them to the wall and then recruit them an army there where I don't have to pay much for it. I mean, it'd be a long walk, but let's just do it.
Where is the promised unity?
Let's give it a shot. It's not much money. I'm going to go ahead and spend that. Let's see. Building upgrades, outposts. Let's go ahead and end our turn. Alright, continued progress. We own all of Cathay except for, like, maybe 5 settlements? We own almost its entirety. It's just the River Lords and the Dissenter Lords. The River people, I'm assuming, will confederate with us eventually. I'm going to take out the Dissenter Lords, as that is a campaign objective. And I think we're making solid progress here towards a long victory. So honestly, once we get Cathay safe, we should be able to just up there and fight. We're now at a yin +1. We have a huge threat to the Great Bastion. So we're at a yin +1. That's... But we're working on more yen here, so that's not what I need. Well, let me think about this. So that would give me +2 on the yen side. If I disbanded this, it would make that worse. Just built a yen building, did I not? Did. If I take it away, that would put me back in balance, but then of course I want to build something in its place. Be better off to just build a Yang building somewhere or do some Yang research, I think. It's gonna take me a few turns to fix that balance, but let's go ahead and start here.
The Celestial
There we
Empire
go.
ever
And we're not
improves.
much off balance, so it's not gonna be a huge deal. I want to get over here and start fighting vampires. I feel like we can start earning some pretty serious money from that.
Shaper of the 8 winds.
Need...
Natural order.
This army is kind of just been wandering, like not exactly knowing where to go. And speaking of, let's take a look at my messages. Trespasses, building construction board declared. Alright, I just wanted to make sure we didn't have any... Yet, see Clan Rictus did a ding
I
there.
will
I want to move
be
these guys
obeyed.
up close to the Dissenter Lords.
Sent by our ancestors.
And then I can use that army and this one to crush the Dissenter Lords quickly. Take their territory. Got armies moving up and out.
The Celestial Blacksmith.
Okay, I'm gonna move into the mountain pass here. Against the Vale of Titans. There's a Greenskin army here, and they are likely gonna be backed up by Clan Rictus. Actually, they're at war with Clan Rictus. Good. They're gonna be fighting each other. Rather than me. Those guys might be coming after
Miao
me.
Ying. Storm Dragon.
Miao Ying is kind of stuck for the
Ready to
moment, but
defend.
she's replenishing quickly and she'll be able to fight her way out. And my gate settlements are
Wind Shaper.
pretty well defended. I mean, this gate is, again, pretty well defended. Up against a couple of their armies might get tough, especially with all these Marauder champions.
You know nothing.
But I mean, I think we can hold. I think we can hold. Miao Ying's gonna have to sit tight.
Master of Feng Shi.
Chan Li was headed out towards the west.
Child of the Nine.
I don't want to just sit here just to stabilize this place. I think I can stabilize it with a building.
Natural authority.
So I'm gonna move her army west.
Double your speed.
Okay. That was Chan Li. That army has to sit in garrison at the wall. This
Offspring
army
of
is moving
dragons.
towards the wall. Okay. Excellent. Alright, we've made our moves.
Storm
It's
Dragon.
time for us to end yet another turn. We can change the direction of the compass. Should we need to. Honestly, I think I'm just going to keep the direction of the compass the way it's pointed. That'll give us extra defensive supplies in case we're attacked. And... do I wish to build anything here? Not at the moment. Let's go ahead and end this turn. Get a little cash stored up. And see what we get next. Man, this campaign's been fun. Lots of action, plenty of fights. I like the mechanics of Cathay. I'm a little bit bummed that I don't get to use the caravan right now because it is a fun mechanic. The Greenskins are going to come attack me, so the Grimgor's Ardboys won a piece. And I'm excited about this. We get to try out our new artillery. Unfortunately for me, their artillery outranges me. So I'm going to have to take that into consideration and either get into range quickly or move forward. Let's see what we're up against. They've got several units of Blorks. Those are going to be some tough infantry. And let's see. They've got some Boar Boys running the flanks. They've got some Swamp Trolls. Snotling Wagons with the spiky Rollas, which of course are going to lower armor values. I mean, they got a tough army here. There's plenty of baddies, and some of them are fairly strong. But we'll make it. So let's fight this one. All right, I've got the battle underway. Let me show you some of these new units, by the way. This is our Divine Lance Battery. It's on the top of a giant tortoise. So a really cool-looking unit here. And then this is our Juggernaut unit. This is, I believe, going to be a lot like a flame cannon. So we shall see. I do have Miao Ying here. He is under attack already by the Greenskin Lord. The Greenskins attacked me, and I believe will move into range because of it. However, they do have superior range just in terms of like distance. Trying to see where this map. I want to make sure my artillery is going to have a good bead on these guys. I've chosen this hill position for obvious reasons. It gives my artillery a good position to work from, and my Nangao riflemen a good position to work from as well. Change my positioning just a hair here. I cannot cast Final Transmutation in Dragon form, unfortunately. That was our Lance Battery, I believe. And it is good against large. The Juggernaut is better against infantry. I need to get within the range of the Nangao rifles. Let's pull him within rifle range.
Stone and steel.
He was already in rifle range. There he goes. I'm gonna actually switch the Lance Battery to target the Snotling Pump Wagons. Oh, those rifles are adding some nice support there. Okay. That's odd. He went after my Sentinel, which seems like a bad choice. Okay, the front lines are holding. Let's take our flame cannon and target these Blorks. And then the Lance Battery was after the Snotling Wagons. Let's go after these Boar Biggins to start. Oh man, that was a nice hit. AI is not going for my flank, so I'm gonna go ahead and run these Dragon Guard forward. I originally put Tigers behind the main line because I expected a more infantry-focused attack right down the middle. Oh boy, we got hit hard over here. Let's take our Dragon and go support this flank. Let's bring these guys in and charge from the rear, throw a few more infantry over there. We are holding just fine at the moment. We did actually get hit in the rear here, our big tortoise. I'm gonna go ahead and use the tortoise, see if we can finish off those wolf riders. I'll bet you we can. Alright, look for a rear charge right here. And let's see. Let's take our Juggernaut. We're still targeting these guys. Run our Tigers up into here. Actually, use the Tigers to get rid of those Squig Hoppers real quick. Extra support, rear charge there. And then our Gunners. Let's get a piece of those Trolls. Our main line here is having a little bit of trouble. We're going to have to lock that down. We got rid of the Wolf Riders. Go after those Snotling Wagons. Alright, there we go. Oh, Iron Dragon got torn up. I left my Longma Riders in there too long as well, so that was a mistake. Let's get back into the air. Getting a little bit chewed up here. Get in the air. I can't get away from these stupid Snotling Flappers here. don't want to lose any of my critical units here. This fight's getting way too costly for me at the moment. It started off really not bad, and now it's just not great at all. Let's just fire away, bring these reinforcements back in. I would expect the AI to give up at any minute here. I cannot get these snotling whackins off my tail. I thought I was back in the air. They are still fighting me. If I can't get that snotling wagon off me, I might lose my lord here. And boy, the Greenskins, despite losing their leader early, which is typically the knife in the back of any greenskin plan, they have not given up on this fight and are not giving up.
Move in formation.
Yikes!
Dragon God.
This was a far more costly fight than what I had hoped. And like I said, these guys just won't rout. Firing in, gunners. What do they got left? Oh, their artillery's in the back, keeping this fight going.
Cavalry, march in ordered ranks.
We're about to finish routing everything else they had, though. But I mean, a lot of their units were upgraded. Like they had scrap upgrades. And I'm probably being bombarded by them right now, too. Yeah, we're under missile fire, which means they're bombarding me. Alright, we pushed out those guys. Let's go finish this thing off. Whew! Boy, that was a lot nastier fight than I had hoped for. The Greenskins just wouldn't rout. I figured I'd probably be able to get a pretty quick finish here. I think we're gonna be able to sustain all of our units, though. This one's in pretty rough shape. How did our artillery do? I'll have to look at the stats on the artillery afterwards. This one got knocked off of its guns. The guns get destroyed? Oh, look, destroyed again. I'm having trouble reconnecting these crews to their artillery unit.
Infinite pride. Cathay's foes are within sight.
Maybe these are destroyed? I don't know. I can't get them back on. A boar boy unit came back from routing out here. How convenient. See if I can quickly reroute. Okay, yeah, they're gone. There we go. All right, so we got rid of the Greenskin army, but boy, it was a lot more of a fight than I needed. All right, well, we picked up a lot of loot. We can get even more loot, but we're gonna want to fall back and replenish and think about our life choices. Wow. All right, well, when we fight the Greenskins next time, I need to be prepared a little better in terms of how to handle it. This is bad. You're kidding me. You're kidding me. This sucks. Now it looks like I'm going to have to rebuild Zhao Ming's army in its entirety because they wouldn't have ambushed me if they didn't think they were going to win this. So we're probably screwed. Yeah, we're already being targeted by that Zinchi crap. That's not great. Alright, what are we up against? Is there an exit point to this battle? Start coming up the hill. Alright, what do we got coming towards us? Some screamers. I don't want my flying units to engage those screamers. I'm going to try and avoid them. Can you riflemen shoot those screamers up for me, please? Screamers are just going to come right up into the middle of my formation. I need to stay away from that giant, and our riflemen need to get free over here. They have a second army incoming, and every time I fight the AI gets an escape point, but we have no escape point on this map, so that's convenient. I'm going to run one unit towards that stupid screamers. Have a whole bunch of my units stuck, and I'm about to get terrorized by that giant. I'm going to try and fall back away from that reinforcing army as quickly as I can. I've got too many units crammed up in here. I wanted one unit to stay and kind of hold. I'm going to go ahead and fall back with the tigers now as well. Gotta escape with the rifles. Let's take this lance battery and open up on that chaos giant.
Wind and fire.
And there's a lot of units moving very quickly across the battlefield towards me. And a number inbound.
Move as wind.
I lost that sword unit, which I kind of expected there. Okay, we're gonna be able to save this other unit, I don't know. Dadgummit, they're already on top of me. I couldn't put any separation between me and the enemy, unfortunately. I can drop this, that'll hurt their lord and the giant quite a bit. Gotta fall back further over here and try and buy time. I need to protect this artillery over here. Dragon ogres, that's good. Dragon ogres are what I would like to see right now. Get off my riflemen. Kill that. You all get this other chaos chariot off my riflemen. We gotta save the riflemen. Okay. Let's see, what can we do? What can we do? Okay, yeah, just brace for the dragon ogres. This target the exalted pinks. Let's fall back a little bit. Let's actually go after the dragon ogres there. Okay, you come back over here. Alright, the Nangao riflemen are very much alive. Let's start peppering the dragon ogres. After the pinks, we should start healing with my lord. Let's fall back. Alright, so my infantry got into a position where I'm able to at least temporarily hold out. We gotta punch. Okay, this unit's incoming. That's bad, that's bad, that's bad. I'm gonna mow down as many of those chaos trolls as I can. Yeah. Okay, we've actually got a pretty good hold-up going on over here. My Juggernaut is not being particularly effective, unfortunately. Vine Lance Battery is still working on that giant, but there's some trees getting in the way. Let's move the Lance Battery and this artillery back just a little bit. Try and hold on to them just a little bit longer. Okay, what do we got next? What's the next obvious? Okay, keep working the dragon ogres. Maybe we can survive this? I don't know. Maybe. Oh, that giant should be our target because it does. I think it does terror. So let's get rid of the giant.
Move in formation.
Focus that giant. Okay, we're getting a lot of our health back with our lord. I'm holding a few units in reserve. All right. Flame cannon, let's go back after that horror. Let's start working the spawn of Tzeentch with our lance battery. Warrior with halberd's gonna be out there. Oh wow, that's a huge bombardment. That's gonna hurt so much. So many of my units were right in the middle of that. Oh, that's terrible for me. That is just absolutely terrible for me. That was so effective for Tzeentch. It's so bad for me. That giant is almost down. I need to transform. This is going to be risky though because I need a unit to come up here and kind of. I'm going to have to maybe sacrifice it. Oh, my rifles just got absolutely swacked right there. That was terrible. All right, let's go after village. Throw a few units in here. What I need to do now is, dang it, that. We're waiting on a recharge here. Shoot. Alright, well my turtle's out of ammunition, so let's throw him in. I'm after those pinks out there, and that's good. We need to do some damage to them. My tigers might be needed. Oh, no. Oh, my gunners, my sweet gunners. Get back to safety. I need a final transmutation. Really bad here.
And steel.
Okay. I mean, we might be able to pull off a very, very narrow victory here. Might. I don't know for sure. I'm gonna get a final transmutation in there. Let's hold off for a minute because we actually don't have to be in combat. Oh my gosh, stop it! Tzeentch has endless magic, and I hate them for it. I like the Skaven. Okay, I think we've got him. Oh. Oh, just barely. Just barely. Village the Curseling just keeps coming back to give us problems. Alright, let's take our Tigers, and I'm going to run down these Chaos Warriors real quick. Dang, man. That was clutch. We managed to save our artillery, our rifles, our expensive infantry. We saved a lot of clutch units there. Let's see how many of these warriors we can run down real quick. That Juggernaut didn't get a lot of kills. That may not be a great unit for me to keep. I mean, I wanted to try it, but I'm just not super impressed with it at this point. Alright, so those warriors are going to get shellacked. Those are warriors with halberds, too. We definitely want to get rid of those. That's a tough unit. So I'll be glad to see it gone. And I will see you all back on the campaign map here. Okay, well that was a clutch victory. We actually only lost a Longma Rider and a Jade Warrior. Dang, man, we got lucky. I'll take whatever little bit of replenishment I can get. Hopefully we don't get attacked again. We certainly can't take any more of that punishment. Gonna hopefully get out of that mountain pass alive. Alright, the Kurgan Warband is attacking the Turtle Gate, and we're gonna have to fight this one as well, because it says we're going to lose. It's possible we might. We're up against some pretty stiff odds here. However, they have to attack me on the wall, I believe? And I might be able to hold. Sometimes you can destroy their towers and get some good defense going on the wall. So, I mean, they do have these Marauder Champions. Those are very tough. Very tough indeed. So, I don't know. We'll see what we can do here. In fact, I'm going to start a new episode with this battle.